Bookers Podcast.
What's up? It's your boys, the Basement Bookers Podcast. Basement Chair, Rich Derez, Basement Bookiverse. What's your problem, man? What's your problem with Evolution and all women's PLE? Right?
PLE.
And it went really good, Rich Derez.
Oh, yeah. Definitely the show of the weekend, for sure.
Excellent. You know what? I was going to just start yammering on about Evolution, and then I forgot that we also had a stinker of a main event this past Saturday as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we did definitely shotgun straight into this episode, by the way.
We absolutely did. But you know what? Regarding that stinker of a main event, we didn't sign no freaking NDAs about it.
I can't believe it. It's interesting, right? Like, it's fascinating. So I guess we'll start with that. We'll hit the ground running. Goldberg, GUNTHER, main event this past Saturday in Atlanta, Georgia. The final match for Rich Deriz's favorite Goldberg. Charles Robinson, cracked rib.
Oof.
Off the spear from Goldberg. Have no confirmation if it's a shoot or a work. But I don't know. I guess we'll see about that.
I mean, he's probably just taking time off anyway. Listen,
Sure,
you're taking a Goldberg spear. I think you get a couple weeks for that.
John Cena pounced him. So
He did. Practically yeeted him. Like the old school version of yeet.
Look, it went the way anywhere he thought it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
They put him to sleep. Gunther did. Got in Gage's face. Goldberg not happy, I guess, that he got cut off or whatever. There was no real build for his retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a lot of discourse over this. A lot of people feel certain ways about this. Goldberg himself, you know, I'm over here, I was getting clips and stuff. I didn't get the Ariel Helwani. But basically, you know, it didn't really go the way he wanted. You know, it was kind of not cool that they, like, cut his speech like that. They should have had that be the first match. Because then he could get the whole speech out. You give him his moment, and it keeps on rolling. And it would have worked out. Because, look, here's the thing. I just thought of this. It's crazy. Seth's match was cut short. So, was his speech never intended to make it to TV? Because think about it. If they didn't have enough time to do it with Seth being injured and them cutting the match short, which, by the way, this is if Seth is actually hurt. But if this was actually planned, this is what's making me think that this was planned. Because how did they not have time for his whole speech? That makes no sense whatsoever. If anything, they would have had more time.
I mean, maybe a segment like the Jelly Roll thing went a little long. Maybe something else went long. But I'm with you. I feel like because stuff like that happens, especially when you get non-pros involved, like celebrities, you know, because time cues are important. Like, if it were Raw on Netflix, wouldn't be an issue. It just would have aired because they can go up to 4 hours. This is NBC. It's simulcast on Peacock, but it was primarily for NBC, so they had the most rigid of time structures to work with. So I'm with you. They should have made that first, just in case. Unless, like you speculate, maybe he never was supposed to get a speech afterwards.
I don't know if that's true. Why wouldn't he want to do a speech after?
I'm not
that's
saying
planned.
I'm not saying he didn't want to. Maybe
They do
maybe
that. Trust me.
maybe he was supposed to do a speech on Raw, and he decided to
Dude,
try and do it then.
if he wasn't meant to do a speech, he
Mm.
wouldn't have been upset. He wouldn't have been talking about it on Ariel Helwani. Don't you think? If he
True,
wasn't
but
supposed to.
as I understand it, he signed an NDA. I don't know why. And we'll hear about it in a couple of weeks.
All right, I'm just saying. I disagree with you. I don't know why you would think that, but maybe you're right. But I think you're wrong. I just want to state that for the record,
Happens like that sometimes.
and that's your problem, man.
It is my problem, man.
You know. I don't even know what to do with that.
That's my problem. You don't gotta worry about that. It's my problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, don't let me stop you. Well, that's Goldberg's problem. Whatever that is. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
you know what I
Rich,
don't want out of
yes?
this? Sorry, just to stay on this Goldberg thing
no.
for a moment. You know what I don't want is for this to get for the story to be so big and everything that he says, you know what? I need another last match.
I had a prediction, actually.
All right.
I thought once the NDAs is over or whatever, because he said he basically left it open to have another match.
Okay.
I bet you that he'd do something with AEW. Because think about it. It's
Tony
an easy
Khan
payday.
Yeah.
Why would they say no to that?
Mm-hmm.
People will watch it. I would on YouTube, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds cool to me. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
So Tony Khan definitely would back the truck up for Goldberg. Who would he work with?
Bobby Lashley. You run an angle with the Hurt Business.
Mm-hmm. Syndicate.
And yeah, Hurt Syndicate. Will always be Hurt Business to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But whatever you want to refer those dashing gentlemen, that crew, excluding that Klingon MJF, he's like a barnacle, that boy. Just clinging. Filthy, dirty barnacle. He somehow tricked the world into believing he's amazing. But I digress. 105 subscribers, working on 106. So that could be you. If you could subscribe real quick, this is where we beg for our supper. I still think MJF sucks. I liked him before, but I don't know. I feel like he's a parody of himself.
Mm.
And the old MJF would kick this MJF in the nuts and throw him in a pool.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I might be wrong about that. Might be controversial.
Wait a second. You just gave it to me. Or maybe it's first. Maybe before Lashley. Maybe we get Goldberg versus MJF. Battle of the two most popular Jewish wrestlers in history.
I don't think now's the climate for this. I think maybe we could just do Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want MJF anywhere near Goldberg. Okay.
That's fair.
It's like I don't want them doing promos with each other because I can just imagine the cringe MJF is going to spew, just to be edgy about Goldberg.
100%
And I'm not interested
take my
in
line
that.
and call him Oldberg.
Yeah, but it's not cringe when you do it because you're on this podcast with me. Like,
That's
he's
right.
on national television with millions of people watching him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. There's levels to this shit. There's the basement bookers. And then
That's
there's
us.
the other things.
Yeah.
Like AEW, WWE, those guys. But I digress. But yeah, Goldberg Lashley.
Mm. All right. I'd watch that on YouTube.
Yes. All right. So, Rich, dealer's choice here. What would you like to speak about? What is your problem? I'm trying,
Problem.
guys. It's not. That's the context, I guess.
Well, let's talk about Seth Rollins and LA Knight. Yeah.
Seth Rollins. What's your problem, man? Why do you keep landing on your knee? You know, I feel like, okay, maybe I don't know enough about what you do, but a lot of the time it appears to be visually your foot keeps coming down on the mat to your knee like that when you miss that move.
Mm.
And you got bad knees.
At least one.
Like, maybe it's time to maybe take a different direction with our finishing move. Let's play work smarter, not harder.
There you go.
So, Rich, the news is Seth has a bum knee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it. I think this is a work. This is an epic work being done on us right now. Sure is. What are you thinking here? You think Seth Rollins played a game with us? You think maybe there's a little bit of truth to this? You think he's coming back sooner rather than later, as I do? What's your problem?
I'm with you. I think it's a work. I feel like he's exaggerating the timeline, specifically mentioning WrestleMania. Oh, I hope I'm back for WrestleMania. Yeah, the knee's been injured since November. You told us that last week, if I recall correctly, or maybe it was this past week on when we were sometime in the last week or so. You mentioned that. So there's probably scheduled time off. And they probably did this injury angle to write him off TV. And they obviously intentionally made it look like a quick finish after an on-the-spot injury to throw us off. So now you got Seth saying, hopefully Mania, so that when he comes back, when we hear his music at SummerSlam, and he's running down, knees perfectly fine, with a briefcase in hand. So it's like, oh my God, Seth Rollins.
You know, if it was a legit injury, I would have him in a wheelchair and he'd always show up. You know, he'd still have the briefcase and everything. And you'd basically be ordering Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed around. You know, and babyface can attack a man in a wheelchair.
That's right.
It doesn't make sense. So figure a way around that. You can always give him like a heavy that's always protecting him.
Yeah. For them to do that, I feel like it's a rather narrow needle for them to thread in order to not make it obvious that it's a work. You know,
That's what I'm saying, because I would have had him like recover sooner, and he like uses the cast on his leg as like a weapon.
Yeah,
and also cashes in. You know,
there was
because it's like, oh my God, he's better.
There was someone attitude error or late attitude error. You'll remind me who it is because I feel like an idiot for not remembering. But like they were working a leg injury. They were in a wheelchair, and they eventually he got up. He had a cast on his leg, and he took the cast off and used it.
I'm not sure. The only person I remember who was in a wheelchair was Zack Ryder.
I knew you were gonna say Zack Ryder
with Kane. Remember?
Yes, I do. The Eve angle.
That was crazy, and that was when Zack was getting over.
Yeah.
He was getting over with his internet show. He was one of the first guys to do the YouTube stuff and get himself over that way, get himself a title, and then they just buried him. Like, they destroyed him.
Kane threw him off the
He
stage.
was literally kicked in the balls, right? I'm pretty sure he was literally kicked in the balls.
Probably.
I think Eve might have kicked him in the balls.
Well,
He's
she did.
fully,
Yeah, I just don't know like how much she worked it or
he
not.
was fully like demasculated,
Hmm.
castrated on live television. Like Vince handled that shit. He
Hmm.
took care of him like the mob. I couldn't believe it. Like instead of sleeping with the fishes, bro, you're buried in the dirt. You know? What are you doing?
Let me see. Kevin Nash used a fake leg cast. I don't know if that was it. Maybe that was it.
Well, I'm sure this was the time for that.
Sorry.
That's all right, no
Uh,
problem.
I'm
Just
I'm I'm
you
I'm
know,
just trying to be more like you, bruh.
more
Doing your
like
little
me.
your little searches, your AI
Yeah.
searches.
Okay.
I don't know if that was it. Either way, um, yeah, we wouldn't be here if not for Zack Ryder and
No,
the Z True Hollywood story or whatever it
let's
was called.
chill the fuck out, okay? Like that's got nothing to do while we got into the game, baby.
He paved the way.
Uh, you paved the way for shit, man. Leave me alone. All right. So, what do you want to talk about next? Or are we still talking about Seth? What do you think happens with that?
Uh, um, I'm on board with you. I think SummerSlam. We get the surprise as music hits, cash in, little 1-2 with Bronson Reed, and actually maybe Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker start it. They start laying into whoever the champ may be, whichever champ he's gonna target. And like, oh come on, what is this now? And then all of a sudden you get Seth's music, runs down, briefcase shot, cash in, new, and then Seth has all the power.
Or you could somehow have it where Heyman passes the briefcase to Braun Breaker and goes with him. And it's like, if you want to compare Seth Rollins to a workhorse, if a horse has a bum knee, you take it out back and you
Ooh.
shoot it and you go with the stud. And that's
Mm.
Braun Breaker. And then, boom, you got Braun Breaker as this super heel and like even more heat for Heyman for just kicking Rollins to the curb just like that, just because of what happened to him.
That
But, that
could be
probably would ruin their
really
plans.
that could be really, really good if they did that.
Yeah.
I'm curious. It would
Like
set
right
a
at the
precedent.
end of the CM Punk Gunther match,
Hmm.
Braun Breaker cashes in on the winner. And that's when everybody's like stunned.
Hmm.
And then on Monday, Heyman says, that's what you do. You know, Rollins is damaged goods,
Hmm.
and a horse who can't run, you know, you take it out back. And there you go.
That would be. I think that would be really cool, and that would set a precedent going forward for
It has to
Money in the
close
Bank.
the show.
Yeah, for Money in the Bank holders that are part of a faction. If the actual Money in the Bank holder gets hurt, it's like, all right, let's play past the briefcase now.
I'm just playing with the whole fact that Paul Heyman is like a genius.
Hmm.
That if there's a way to make that happen, he could get that to happen.
The Oracle.
All right. Well, he did see that knee shit coming, which is
Or
probably
did he?
bullshit.
Hmm.
Yes. Um. Okay. Are we good on that now?
It's probably his plan.
Oh, it was all his plan? You think
Yeah,
this was Paul Heyman's plan?
I think that's what. Like, if they go that route of having Seth cash in at SummerSlam, um, that's
I
what they'll
wouldn't
tell
want to
us.
rob Seth Rollins of his agency that he wouldn't be able to come up with a plan like this because he's also an architect.
It's true.
So you would have to, you know what I mean? Like all credit to Paul Heyman and all that, but you need to also remember all these things that Seth Rollins has been. He's always been a control guy.
Hmm.
He's always been a plan guy. He's not like Roman Reigns, who's a self-known, non-planned guy. You know?
Yep.
So that's the only thing I take issue with. What we could talk about that all night. What's your problem with the next match? I don't even know. I guess we could
U.S.
talk. Yeah.
U.S. title.
Wow. Look, it's went the way it went. It
Yeah.
wasn't. There was no way.
Mm.
No disrespect to Big Jim. There was no way in hell that Solo was losing that title to
Nah, too
Jimmy.
many.
It's not the time. It's Solo's time.
Mm.
You know, Solo Sikoa has a lot of fans out there. Um, people you know. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Okay? He
His
knows
name
him
is my
too.
name too.
That's right. So basically, I love you, Solo. But, you know, Jacob's still mad at him.
Yeah.
It's going to be Jacob and Tonga Tala. Tola Tonga.
Tala Tonga. I think they're pronouncing it Tala, but we know it's Tala.
Yeah, we know the
We know.
truth. The truth is out there.
We literally heard it here first.
That's right. So, that being said, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton leads to a celebrity wrestling match that nobody asked for.
Mm-hmm.
How are we feeling about that, brother? What's your problem?
What's my problem? My problem is celebrities. Now, obviously, we haven't seen Jelly Roll do much more than 2 things in the ring. But we know Logan Paul,
He did roll.
he did roll. Hate him or really hate him, Logan Paul can fucking go. Dude can have a match.
Yeah, that's the thing about Logan Paul. You either hate him or you hate him. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a unique characteristic.
Yeah. Now, I'm on the side. I love to hate him. I think he's a really, really effective heel. He's entertaining at it, but he makes sure he's not trying to be the cool heel. He's literally like just being himself and saying asshole shit.
Yeah, I just wish he was more of a hater. You know, he needs more hater energy.
Mm.
You know, you could appreciate somebody who's good at hating.
Well,
You
I
know?
mean, arguably him telling Jelly Roll that this business isn't for celebrities and he's a real wrestler. That's a
Well,
little
we
haterish.
move on to my favorite segment, and it's a good segment. Comes up on a lot. Actually, wait, we have to move on to actually the triple threat match, the IC title match. Lyra Valkyria. Oh wait, that's Evolution. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Are we missing a match for main event?
no, there were only 4 matches.
Okay, great. Okay, so my favorite segment is Jerry is right, and that's you know it happens often here.
Yup.
Let's first talk about the Evolution Battle Royal, which your boy called. If you watched the Raw live streams, as soon as she declared, and this shit was I think during the commercial break, I think.
Mm.
And I'm like, yo, she's gonna win. And that's before they announced anybody.
Mm.
And I stuck to it. I never faltered. I never changed it. There was no doubt in my mind. And it paid off. It felt good. Paid dividends. One of many decisive blows in the battle for the basement championship. In the battle for basement supremacy. You know, going into it, I was nervous. I was shook. Especially, we checked the odds. And the odds were like, oh, you know, JC Jane's not going to win. I think they had Rhea mostly for the main event.
I think so.
The tag titles went the way they were supposed to.
Yep.
But yes, it was not to be. It was conclusive. There is no doubt. There is an undisputed basement champion. But I digress. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Rich the Riz was talking about Naomi cashing in.
I was. We were sitting right there on the couch of champions, and it was
during the show.
During the show, it was as soon as Io and Rio went to the outside and they started going through the crowd. I said, "This has already been a war. We got a ref bump, and now they're brawling on the outside. This is prime time for Naomi to dust that thing off and run her ass down."
Io Rhea continues.
Yeah.
There's still no winner. They're dragging this out. I think this goes to WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Again. Maybe. I don't know. I could actually, you know what? Maybe not, because they were already a triple threat match last year. Then you put them in just a singles match. That's like going down from something.
I think they can stretch it beyond this next one to maybe one more. So I'm thinking it ends at Survivor Series.
Yeah, it's gonna go on forever. So, buddy, what match would you like to enjoy? Oh, but about the Stephanie Vaquer winning. Are you as disappointed as I was? Because
with Stephanie McMahon talking to her, yes.
No, I was all right with that. You know, Stephanie, she paved the way for Stephanie McMahon. So, check it. What's your problem, man?
I didn't like what Stephanie was wearing. She reminded me of like a doctor's waiting room rug.
Dude, it's because you remember what once was, you know, and it hurts you a little bit that, you know, time makes a fool of history or something.
Is her song like 25 or 30 years old now?
Oh my god. Stop. Does that count as like an oldie now?
Maybe.
Holy, what qualifies for oldies? Comment below. Like, how old does a song have to be to be considered oldies? We'll save that for the comments section at the halfway point, where you will win $50 basement dollars, which doesn't exist. It's like getting nothing. So if you think you got
better
it,
than an NFT.
It's 100% not affected by inflation. You don't put anything into it. It's there. It figuratively, you know, it's like the bank. You know, your money is not there. You know what I mean? It's in the cloud. So anyway, she was interviewed. Stephanie was interviewed. It wasn't with Stephanie McMahon where she said she was going to keep it a mystery, but she said she's not going to say who she's going to pick at Clash in Paris. And then on Monday, and like, oh no, it's the world title. They're like, they're telling her, you have to challenge. We're told you're challenging for the world title. It's like, oh, because I thought it'd be cool if it's like, oh, you know, they got to be on their toes. Like, who's it gonna be? You know, you can tease it. Who's she gonna pick? It's like a Rumble winner, but they undercut the whole thing.
I'm guessing someone in creative changed their mind. Triple H changed his mind. Someone had a different idea that Triple H liked better. And it's like, all right, let's do that.
I hope she wins. Some people are going to be mad. Yeah, but
you know what? Wins. Maybe Naomi on Raw is temporary.
I mean, we'll see, right?
So you got to figure, like, let's say we get to SummerSlam. It's Stephanie Vaquer versus Naomi, right? Io versus Rhea. Maybe that happened already. Maybe not. Whatever. Maybe it had like a maybe. No, I don't think anyone would interfere in that. All right, but like, it's Naomi versus Stephanie. Ref bump. Maybe Rhea comes out because she's pissed that Naomi cost her the title again, allegedly. And then Io comes out, comes a little bit of chaos. They brawl to the back, and Stephanie pins Naomi in the chaos.
Why can't she just win the match?
She
Why does all that
could.
have to happen?
I just feel like for Naomi, a well-respected veteran, to have such a short title reign like that.
When is Clash in Paris, by the way? Is that after SummerSlam?
Is Clash in Paris when it's happening? Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong.
That's what the title match is for.
Oh, okay. It must be. SummerSlam is first. I'm looking at the card for
Okay.
SummerSlam now. That already has triple threat Naomi, Rhea, Io for the women's world title. Scrolling up, next is No One Cares About NXT Heatwave, and then is Clash in Paris, which already has TBD versus Stephanie Vaquer. So Clash in Paris is August 31st. SummerSlam is August 2nd and 3rd.
Man, it's coming, man.
Already
It's like
almost
Christmas
there.
in August.
That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow.
14 days.
Depending on when you view this podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Good job, buddy. Because somebody be like, hey, man, that's not true. It's like, wait.
That's like tomorrow, man.
This was on the 17th,
Mm-hmm.
for the record.
Yes.
We should probably do that from now on. When we start the podcast, we'll say the date. Because then it's like, oh, that's the date. It was recorded.
That's the
for
date
authenticity.
That's the date we're basing our information off of.
That's right,
That way, if
exactly.
something comes out that maybe proves us wrong or contradicts something or whatever, it's like
It's like, bro, like
we had
this
old
is
info.
when we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. All right, so let's talk about the tag team championship match. The only 2 teams that mattered, according to this graphic, and also the show itself.
Yep.
It was really about
Kabuki
these 2
Warriors.
teams. Okay, yeah. But I feel like for the majority, it was about Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss as a unit. A lot of people, to my theory, because I was asking you even before we watched that, I'm like, dude, do you think they put Alexa with Charlotte to make her more likable? And you said something, I still don't like Charlotte, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Like
When we were watching the show, they said the reaction from social media, a lot of people like, you know what? Charlotte's cool. So this could be work. This could work. It's a Trojan horse.
Yeah. They're looking at the shiny.
Well, do you think they could win tag team titles? What do you think of the match? And then if you're ready to pass, let me know.
So maybe eventually. I don't know about at the next PLE. I don't know about at SummerSlam. They're certainly working towards something. I hope it's not a real and true Charlotte face run. She's too natural a heel.
I think she's already a face. She's a face.
Let's see. We'll see. But I think the match did exactly what it needed to. Soul hit a double soul snatcher. That move is so cool to see.
Crazy fit. Like
She
could do. What is your problem, Soul Ruka? What is your problem?
Our problem is I think she keeps pushing herself and challenging herself, and that's how you succeed. The Soul Snatcher is a damn cool ass looking move, I gotta say. I dig it. I dig it a lot. It looks a little dangerous. It looks a little more dangerous than some other moves. Not quite like the Eclipse from Athena / Ember Moon or whatever. But, she's obviously been practicing it. It looks great every time. it's so cool. I like it. Zarya, haven't not watched NXT. Don't know a whole lot about her. I know she's
There's no
essentially
there for me. It's like
yeah,
strong lady.
yeah. She's a powerhouse. She has the makeup and probably an Australian accent in
I'm
there
sorry,
somewhere.
I only have room for Jordan Grace. You know, I gotta make room here. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so
But everyone that everyone basically hit their shit in that match, as far
hit their
as
shit.
as far as showing us what they needed to show us. The match did what it needed to do, and the right team won.
That's right. Raquel Rodriguez has been doing great. I
Hmm.
feel
Yeah, I
most
feel like
improved.
I feel like they put a little bit more shine on her. Starting with that match, this is the first tag match.
She's
At least the
working
first.
bigger.
Yeah, this is the first title defense for Raquel and Roxanne. Uh,
Roxanne.
and there was a little more like Raquel got a little more time, and she had more shine in that. Like they made her. She didn't have the role of she's big and clunky because she's kind of also a rookie. You know, she got her stuff in and looked good.
There's one
So
thing they're
she's
doing with
getting more opportunity
Roxanne.
here.
I don't know
Mm.
if you noticed. Maybe you don't get to from the entrances,
I don't. You see it.
but they. Damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about my chair.
But
But where was I going with this? Hold on, I got
Roxanne's
lost. I got
entrance.
so they have it where the camera pans in on her, but it's like she's looking at you.
Hmm.
You know, it's crazy. Like,
It's probably Booker T's idea.
yeah, you got to bring that camera in time, man. You want to make somebody. I don't care. It's working.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can turn up the noise removal, make it a little bit better. There we go. It's not as bad.
Do we have any
Anyway,
footage of this commercial
no,
break entrance?
I wasn't able to get it because
All right.
I wasn't prepared for that. I don't.
That's
I
right.
was just talking to you about it. But next
Maybe for
time
Raw,
I'll put my phone up and try to
or
record
what
it,
you could do,
and then
like if there is a clip of it from last week, for instance, right?
oh
Then
yeah, I
maybe
could get
this
it.
week on Raw, during the commercial, you could show us last week's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless that's too
Okay.
complicated.
No. Hey, what's your problem, man?
Time and money and energy.
Oh. Well, I thought you would catch on. That's not like literal when I say that. I guess we'll work around it. We'll work on it. We're
This
workshopping
is
here. We're
we're
working on it. We're
workshopping,
working.
just
We
spitballing.
gotta, when you're forging a sword, the steel has to be, you have to bang it in with the hammer, and you dip it in the heat. The steam. Go, what the blacksmith do.
Yep.
We're blacksmiths over here.
Hmm.
Uh,
Sometimes my
visual
brain is the sword that has
blacksmiths.
to get hammered.
You know what? I
Mhm.
feel bad. I'm gonna see if I can find it on YouTube,
All right.
and I could get that
Uh,
for us. Let me pause. Okay, guys, listen. This is from the WWE YouTube. Okay.
mhm.
Um, this is Roxanne's entrance. Now, tell me what's happening here. Okay. We don't need sound, so
Mhm.
they get really close, right?
Mhm.
Like they always do this for her. They come in that way. And it's like, no, she's done with you. And then she turns away and she's gone. We'll do it
Yeah,
again.
man. I feel,
Yeah.
I feel like that's Booker T's idea.
Well, whoever's
Gotta get us some.
idea is,
Gotta get us some FaceTime.
you know what? I can't do this anymore because I realized something.
Mhm.
She's like really young. Like,
20 something. Let me see.
Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out is all.
Since I have Wikipedia open right here. 20... Going to be 24 this year. That's not
That's
so
not too
bad.
bad.
That's not so
All
bad.
right. That's not so bad. But what that was not so bad. Jade Cargill, Naomi, turned out to be only half a bad day for Naomi. I don't know. That's that. I guess that's the end of that for now.
Yeah, seems to be.
But picture in your mind,
Mm.
Rich Torres. Picture in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania season's coming. Now, let's assume in this hypothetical world I've created that Tiffany Stratton fell to Jaded at SummerSlam. And she is the WWE Women's Champion. Naomi triumphs over every competitor somehow. Then comes the Royal Rumble. Bianca Belair goes through 29 other women. 29 other women to become a Royal Rumble winner. Again, I believe. 2 times Royal Rumble winner.
Probably.
Right? Okay. If not a 1 time. You know what I want to do? I think I'm going to have you continue to do what you're doing right now.
And yeah, she was. She won the 2021 Royal Rumble.
She'd be a 2-time winner. And now it comes down to who does she choose? Naomi or Jade. And it's drama. You know?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, she's got to
Now,
pick one. It would probably be Naomi, though.
You gotta think it would be Naomi. Unless the storyline with Naomi is that, like, Naomi keeps saying, or like Jade keeps saying, like during her feud with Naomi, which is still kind of going to continue probably, that...
Yeah, well, they put a button in it by moving her to Raw for a little bit.
Yeah, but like, if Jade keeps saying that she was not latching on to Bianca, she was not riding Bianca's coattails, that she could stand on her own, right?
Of course.
And now she's a champ. She proves it. But what if Bianca wants to say, all right, you were riding my coattails, but I'm still a veteran compared to you?
What does that have to do with anything? I've been here longer than you.
Professional pride, I
Big
think.
deal. Oh. Well, it could be just professional pride, right?
Yeah, like don't say I didn't make you. Like without Bianca helping
Are we
Jade
in a
along,
Jacob Solo situation?
kinda.
Where Solo had to take credit for Jacob?
Kinda, but a little bit more of it's just Bianca wants Jade to acknowledge that without Bianca's help earlier in her WWE career, kayfabe, that Jade probably wouldn't be the champ at that point.
Well, you know, this is a debate for the ages. But at this point, we just don't have enough pieces. Comment below. How do you feel Naomi, Jade Cargill, Rich Torres, Basement Chair? Who you agree with, who you disagree with. It's fine.
Who you got?
Who do you want for this to happen with? Do you want to have WrestleMania? Jade, Naomi champions, Bianca having to choose between the two who she faces at WrestleMania? Because that means a lot of things. Whoever she chooses is getting that WrestleMania payday. You know, they're getting that big match also.
Or, now I'm not sure. I feel like the challenge would have to come from the champs. But what if, assuming both Naomi and Jade are champ come Mania season, what if they both want to face Bianca, and Bianca's torn, and like let's say like just they're all brawling, triple threat, winner take all.
For what purpose? Why unify the belts? Just to separate them.
Not to unify the belts, right? Like she'll defend the Raw title,
I know
she'll
what you
defend the
mean,
SmackDown title.
but it's just so she could have both, and then for like 2 weeks later not have both.
It's another first. The first time both women's titles are challenged for by a Royal Rumble winner.
That's such a cheap way for Triple H to just like take 2 women's titles matches off the board, just put them in one triple threat match. It's like, here you go, have fun with that.
Maybe that could be a stip. Like,
look,
maybe there's someone else is waiting in the wings. Maybe that's night 1, and the winner defends either the Raw or the SmackDown title night 2.
I think it sounds cool. I think it looks cool. I see it. I see the visual. Mm-hmm. You know, the visual. But we can't always go because it looks cool. You know, look at Mercedes Moné and her millions of belts. I mean, what? Maybe I'm alone. I don't know. I think it's played out. You know what I mean? So, so you have all the gold. Great. So now one less person's going to get like a title match because, you know, you got both championships. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I see what you're saying.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't like it. Maybe
but
let's do that, but few and far for between.
Charlotte didn't have to be added to Becky versus Ronda either. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry?
Charlotte didn't have to be added to Becky versus Ronda.
Well, Vince said so, and he was in charge. Okay? We can't rewrite history. He did it. All right. Let's power through here. I like your ideas. They're really good.
Thank you.
And you know what? It sounds like something they'll do. It's just like, I'm like, can we just keep the belts? Whatever. Mm-hmm. But I do want Bianca versus Jade sooner than later before something stupid happens. Yeah. You know, it's always like, I don't know, there's all these things happening in that ring, and I'm all like nervous and shit. You know, I don't want to hear, they can't, they got the 9-month debuff, and it's like, we're not going to never get that match, and contracts run out and shit like that. People get salty. You know, relationships can sour. You know what I mean? Like, we need to get that match soon, but not like right now.
Right.
Like real soon. Mm-hmm. Like soon, but like not too soon.
Maybe just post-Mania. Maybe Mania, maybe post-Mania. Turn Jade heel for that. Jade is... Whatever. I just don't think Jade is a strong enough face on her own.
Richard, what's your problem? What I'm saying is... See, I don't know if I can... Okay, so let me tell you something, brother. Mm-hmm. I'll use that one. I really think she should go... Whatever's the least cringe. Mm-hmm. Whatever's the least cringe... If she's least cringe as a heel, then fine. Mm-hmm. Whatever's the least cringe.
Cut the shit, look, Tony.
She's not the best promo. Mm-hmm. Okay? And that's coming from an expert in his own mind.
That's right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Those 104 subscribers, plus you, they didn't come from nowhere. Okay? You know, I'm the voice of the voiceless. Mm-hmm. Really, myself and him, because we're voiceless. Well, here we are. Let's move on. Who's ready for Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it went the way it was gonna go, and it looked to be. we had another retirement match, a quiet one. I'm under the impression this was Trish Stratus' final match.
Perhaps.
The rumors are going around. Rumors abound. Nothing concrete. Just a bunch of friends talking on the internet, which is a series of tubes connecting millions and billions of people
And
to a cloud.
Interesting. So I don't want to. I feel like it's one of those never say never situations. Trish can certainly participate in the battle royal next Evolution, if when that happens. Shortest match of the night, 8.5 minutes. But did its job. Did they do what they had to do? Get in. Tiffany goes over. 1, 2, 3. Bing bang boom.
I was satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Stratisfaction was guaranteed, of course. Another solid pick by the Bookers. Let's talk about Jordan Grace, JC Jane, the
And you
first
calling it on the
nail
fly.
in the coffin. That's right. And you know what? As soon as I saw that formerly known as Mariah May would be in the corner of Jordan Grace, I was like, thank God. Thank God I was saved. I was saved by the heel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing because had I chosen the opposite and that cost me, dude, I would have been so angry.
Yeah.
I would have been so angry because I would have been like, if they would have shown me that first, I would have picked her anyway. This is ridiculous.
Would have lost a Q again.
That way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, luckily I wasn't near anything that was mine, so nothing was going to happen. My phone would have been in my pocket. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe I punched myself in the balls. Who knows? But
they did it well. There was little shenanigans, of course.
Of course, but you had to see it. Like as soon as, like you got to turn on that wrestle brain. You know, she's just there's no way she just can't. She's too mean. She can't. Some people just can't be good guys. All right. Anything else on that, buddy?
Nope.
All right, great. JC Jane retains. Basement Chair retains. That's a good night. Let's talk about the main event. Again, this was a really good match.
Yeah, this was a great match even before they went outside. And then we had all the outside stuff, which is immediately where I said, this would be a good time for Naomi to cash in. And the spot off of the case where I said, yes, there was a mat there, but it wasn't a very thick mat. It was more of like, all right, let's try not to break your knees on your landing. Cool. And then we had the cash in. And like the cash in, the timing, the cues, a little bit of a miscue there. But you know what? It happens. Naomi was excited. She's about to win the title. So
look, we're all very happy for Naomi. We knew it was Naomi time for Money in the Bank. Just basement Booker supporting Naomi. What is your problem?
Proceed with caution.
That's right. We proceed with caution, but I'm gonna, you're gonna have to take it down a notch. She did Monday Night Raw. She did pretty good. Good promo. Unfortunately, we don't have like that much time to talk about it. What we will talk about is the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, Bayley won a match. The finish sees Becky with like this roll off the back pin and just stealing it.
Yeah, that was
Lyra.
cool. She basically like grabbed her from the side and turned it into a side backslide. That was cool. I had never seen that before, so that was cool.
Those beautiful matches. Io versus Rhea, even with the finish, and then you have Becky Lyra, Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible. It was amazing. It was so amazing that on the following Monday Night Raw, there was only one men's match, and it was a gauntlet match. Everything else was a women's match. There was more women's matches than men's matches on Monday Night Raw.
I hadn't noticed, but Evolution was a great PLE. I gotta say,
Lola Vice and Nikki Bella were out there, doing their thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Overall, great show. Everyone knocked it out of the park. Everyone, bing, bang, boom. All down the card.
Bing, bang, boom. Indeed. Rich the Riz. 5 stars for Evolution. Wouldn't mind seeing it again. But I think, maybe not next year, but the year after. Because then it's more special. I think that's important because you're losing special stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you just do it all the time and that just becomes normal. Like Money in the Bank used to be this cool thing. Now it's oh, here it is. Money in the Bank.
I still think it's cool.
Rotation.
It's part of the rotation, but I mean, it sets the tone for the top titles for the foreseeable future after it.
I guess. Listen, dude. We had one more thing we had to watch here. This very long episode.
Long boy.
This clip might result in a full episode down the line. We'll figure it out when it comes down the road if we're gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
But Netflix is gonna have WWE Unreal on July 29th. It's a behind the curtain. They're letting us behind the curtain of WWE. I'm hoping that we can react to the trailer and then close out this week's episode.
Sounds like a plan.
If you need pausing, let me know, and then we'll just talk about it. But I'll do my best to pause at every turn. I was trying to say turn differently, but then I realized that's my problem. Okay. Oh, it's muted.
But my legs work, my spine is not hurt, my neck is not hurt, and I don't have a concussion. So those are my prerequisites for not complaining.
I wonder if that's after Travis Scott ruptured his eardrum.
For people that think, isn't that just a bunch of guys pretending to fight? When you see the behind the scenes, I don't know how you can't fall in love with the business.
Yeah, I want to make sure it makes a noise, so it's going to be kind of thick.
Oh my goodness!
You hear that?
I do. I feel
like
they
make a lot of noise. They'll be nice and stiff.
Yeah. I feel like Triple H statement there. If you see behind the scenes, you're going to fall in love with it. I feel like that's more for us fans that really love it. We know to work. We know decisions are made at high levels, that the other. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that statement isn't sort of backwards, but whatever.
I feel like that you're gonna realize that backyard wrestling is not that far away from professional wrestling.
Maybe.
They just wrestle it up really good. Mm-hmm. Just think about it. WWE is just backyard wrestling with production value. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of production
and like really good skilled talent from the top 1% of the 1%. Let's go into here again.
This was the biggest show of the year. I'm freaking out, and then as soon as my music plays, I'm Rhea Ripley.
For the first time ever, we're going to show you how the story unfolded.
Creating interest for the fans. That's what it's all about.
There's all these alternative universes where you play them out in your mind as to...
By the way, this is bullshit. like this whole... This is the irony. This unreal is a work.
It's unreal.
It's a work.
Of course.
Okay. like all this behind the scenes, all that. It's a work. As soon as you go and you say you go behind the scenes, it's a work. Mm-hmm. You are playing around with me, and you do it on purpose. Okay, it's fine. I'm okay with this, but this is bullshit. Okay. Maybe I'll change my mind. We'll probably be watching it. We'll maybe pick a day. And we'll watch the episode together or something. We both have Netflix. Do it like this.
Sounds good.
But Jesus Christ. All right. Let's continue watching this work.
What is the best?
What if we turn John Cena?
Is that the answer you're looking for?
One day, Rich.
The scared of
us freaking out.
They don't want to stop. They don't want to know us.
They'd probably have to bleep the best ones.
We're too real for them.
That's right, Richard. Right around our business. That's right. Cena did look like a serial killer, though.
Everybody wants a spot, but there are only so many available.
I had been on the road for 10 years straight. After a while, the wheels fell off.
Is he okay? Somebody tell me if he's okay.
We're all animals in the jungle. You just want...
Really?
Jade.
We're all animals in the jungle?
This
is a work-ass documentary.
This
is the work. Oh my God. The behind the scenes is the work. You're never going to see the truth. It's never going to happen. Area 51 is empty. Okay, guys? There is no ice wall. Okay? It goes around. It's a sphere. We've been to space. What's that?
They admitted it so they can hide it somewhere else.
want to be the most exotic one.
It's like magic, you know. You look over here at the lady while I like do stuff with this box and put a bird in it or something.
Mm-hmm. Keep Seth in the shot.
Dramatic.
Fucking got him.
We're getting paid a lot of money to look like assholes. I'm okay with that.
This is everything I wanted.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Thank you, Chelsea.
Since I was a little kid.
Fucking give it to me.
What we do can become real very quickly.
You think that was CM Punk crying over WrestleMania?
Yep. 100%.
And it's okay to cry, especially when you're accomplishing something so incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, you ever shit yourself in the ring?
No?
No?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Fine.
I might have peed a little.
Okay, all right. Now we're talking.
What an odd thing to say.
Is that still them trying to get us to like her?
I like Charlotte, though. I told you that.
I know. I prefer her as a heel.
I feel bad. You know, I think a lot of people... I feel like she's misunderstood. And like I said, people misunderstand great people. You know, she's like one of those once-in-a-lifetime people. You know, like a royalty. Like, for real. Like Princess Diana. You know, dang old candle in the wind, man. You know?
Thank you, Boomhauer.
I just had to do it. She's royalty.
Like,
you gotta bow down, like the man says in the intro.
We joke, but no, she doesn't actually have creative control. It's
Dude,
just
if
that
she had creative control, I'd be worried. I'm like, are you okay? Why would you do this to yourself? That doesn't sound right.
She has the last name, so they're gonna give her titles to the point that it looks like she's gonna surpass her dad. That's not her fault. That's creative's fault for saying this is where we're going. That said, I'm over that.
But
Especially
did you hear creative distinctively say that to you?
Yes, I was there.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like it might be one of those things that gets built up by the IWC, the internet wrestling community, of which we are currently a part of, in a way. Certainly.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But look, Rich, we've talked a lot, but we need to talk about the return of the tribal chief. He came back. I called that too. I just couldn't. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm on a roll. I gotta start playing numbers or something. Millions of dollars. What do you think of Roman Reigns laying waste to the Seth Rollins' Goon Squad and saving Jimmy J Uso?
It makes sense.
As soon as Jay was coming out, then I hear he's coming to save him. Because if it was just Punk, nah.
Right. It makes sense.
More
Jay's family
coming.
Jay was the first recruit to the Bloodline, right?
Yes.
Jay
right-hand
was
man.
Right. Jay was named main event Jey Uso by Roman Reigns. Told he was a future tribal chief himself. So, and Jay was the one that ultimately began the destruction of the Bloodline. So it makes sense that face Roman would make the save for Jay. That's his family tie.
He's his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And also...
It's his MFT.
He wants revenge.
Yeah.
Heyman invoked his name repeatedly. He invoked him repeatedly, and he knows what happens.
Heyman said Roman was scared.
Yeah, and that wasn't a great idea. But now we have the tribal chief for 2 weeks more. He's going to be on every Raw up until SummerSlam. And then disappear from our lives to film a movie, probably. And then come back.
Moana 2?
No. Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
If the rumors are true.
Akuma, right? Or
Yeah.
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 Let us know what you thought of Evolution, Saturday Night's Main Event, Monday Night Raw, early predictions for SummerSlam, and or the Clash in the Paris.
What do we think about CM Punk versus Gunther? That's something.
That's the thing that's going to happen. Do us
Gunther
a solid.
Was not impressed.
No, he was not. We know that more than half of you are not subscribed, so do us a solid. Hit the subscribe button. That'll really help us out a lot. We're looking to get to 120. Getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, daddy. 120, baby. Only
get there with your help.
Can prevent forest fires. Yeah.
Yes. And as always, just got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the bookers. Everything is a joke.
Ha.
What's your problem, man?